Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Well, I finally made it to Connon Bridge today. I did say when I did sewers in St Austell and Bodmin, I think that I was going to follow the food waste trail and that I was going to go up to Connon Bridge. I've left it 3 weeks, a fortnight, maybe 3 weeks before coming up here. I'm assuming that they would have had a phone call to say somebody's coming up with a drone to make sure the yard is nice and clean. So I thought I would leave it for a week or two before I came up here. To see if I could. Oh, there's a household bulky waste service. So yeah, they're now leaving. I have to be a wee bit careful here because I think it says that there's no pedestrians allowed in here. Oh, there is a pedestrian route. So that's the landfill, is down that way to the right. I think the transfer station is possibly where I want to be looking at. That side there, you've got the household recycling centre, where they go in with the cars and unload all the bits and pieces from their private houses. I'm stood right in the middle of the road here, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful about where I go. I'm not sure whether I should go in there just to tell them what I'm doing or whether to stay out here, really. I mean, it does say pedestrian access. So let's have a look here a minute and see if I can see which way I've got to go. Report to the site office. There's a gentleman. I can't. Alright, I'm just letting you know, buddy, that I'm going to go back out there and take a drone over. I was trying to decipher where the footpath was so I could go and find someone. I was looking for the footpath to see where to go and tell someone what I was doing. What I'm going to do is go back out there on the public footpath, right? And I'm going to take a drone over. Because
what are you doing that for?
It's a public interest video for me,
right? Because
I'm following the food waste,
right,
from St Austell.
Yeah.
I did Bodmin's the recycling centre at Bodmin the other day.
Right.
Assuming that the food was going there, but it's not quite yet because the facility's not ready.
Yeah.
I then went over to St Austell because that's where Bodmin said it was going, to Tregan Geeves, and they said it's not coming here, it's going to Connon Bridge.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just following the food waste, and
you won't be allowed down that area where it goes.
I shall be stood out there, and it'll just be the drone that goes over, mate.
You stand over there. I'll get in contact with my boss.
Yeah.
And tell him if there's a drone over, and I'll explain, etc. And see if he says it's okay. All right, mate?
Do you want me to give it 5 minutes before I put it up? Just in case he wants to come out and have a chat.
All right.
All right, mate. No worries. Right. Well, it sounds as if we've got the go ahead from the gentleman on the gate. Whether it's Whether his boss is going to be as understanding is a different thing really, but we'll see. I mean, I've got plenty of, as you can see, I've got plenty of visual sight to keep an eye on the drone as and when it goes up. So yeah, I did say I would give it a few minutes just to give him a chance to go and have a chat with his boss. Whether his boss will come out or not, I'm not sure. But it does definitely sound as if we have found where the food waste is going now, which is a bonus because nobody seemed to know where it was going before. I've had several different stories from a few different people about where it's going to go. So I'm just going to get the drone ready to take up a minute. It'll take me a minute or two to get the drone ready. To be honest, I'm not expecting anybody to come out. Although saying that, he's stood there now on his radio. It's times like this I wish I had a scanner so that I could hear what was being said.
Obviously you're not allowed in the yard or inside the premises.
No, that's right, mate. I'm not.
You're outside the premises and you fly it over it. You obviously can't do nothing about it. You're allowed to do it.
Awesome. Brilliant.
But you haven't got permission to go in there.
No, that's I won't go anywhere behind any gates or anything, mate. I shall be staying out here to do it. Lovely. Thank you very much, sir. Well. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. So yeah, they have no problem with me flying over here. Which is ideal, really. I will check drone assist a minute. I know that I'm perfectly okay to fly here. Yep, that's where I am, look. And there is absolutely no restrictions whatsoever on drone assist. So we're good to fly.
Take off. Home point updated.
Right. Started the video recording. So, let's get up above Connon Bridge and see what we can see. Right, as we can see there, we've got the normal household recycling there, with all the different skips and bins that everybody's loading into. It looks reasonably tidy, to be fair, considering what it is. But anyway, what I really want to look at is all over here. R&R transport there. What's that? That looks like a metal skip there. So we've got the metal skip. I think the main bulk of it all is probably going to be all done inside. I'm going to guess that it's all happens in there. There's absolutely no clues about anything. It looks like there's a base for something that they're going to be building there fairly soon. This was a landfill, which has obviously all been covered over now. But yeah, this was the main landfill for this area of Cornwall. There's not an awful lot happening at the moment here. Which is a shame. I wonder what that building is. Let's go and have a look at that building as well a minute. Yeah, there's a couple of possibilities there for where the food waste could be going. Unfortunately, I can't see an awful lot of anything from here. I was hoping to be able to get a couple of the shots of the lorries going in and out to dump their loads, but it doesn't really look as if that's what's in there. I'm trying to see if there's anything at all that could give me a clue as to where the food waste is. I mean, the only thing that I can see is that the recycling lorries are going to be dumping the food waste loads on the ground, and then a front loader such as that one will come along and pick it up and dump it into a bigger lorry to be transported on. I'm still a little bit bemused by how the food waste is being. It's strange to me that with the extra lorries that are going in and out of Connon Bridge and going up to Holsworthy in Devon, which is about 30 miles maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but if you've got so many lorries coming in and out of here to be taking food waste up to Holsworthy, I'm not sure how the carbon footprint is going to improve at all. I mean, you've got extra deliveries coming up here to drop the food waste off, and you've also got the food waste that's being dropped here and then taken up to Holsworthy. Even if it's only 1 or 2 lorry loads a day, assuming that they work 6 days of the week here, which I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that they do. It's an additional 6, at least an additional 6 lorries on the road transporting from one place to another. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to affect the carbon footprint, because there has to be an impact on the environmental carbon footprint. There just has to be, because it's extra additional wagons that weren't on there before. Right, I'm currently stood out here. There I am. I don't know if you can see me, but I am waving. And there is a bit of a queue to be getting in here for a minute. I'm assuming that they've gone to security, which is why there's such a delay. On the other hand, we did have this at the incinerator the other day, where, in my opinion, which could be wrong obviously, but they did seem to shut the incinerator down until after I'd finished recording and I'd left. As I was on my way out of the incinerator, 3 or 4 big lorries went past. So I'm assuming that they actually stopped anything from going in or out of the premises whilst I was there filming. I don't want to go too low actually. I need to go a bit higher than that really. It could be a struggle to get all this in one shot, because it is quite a big yard, this one. But yeah, at the moment there doesn't seem to be any move at all on these wagons here. Is there anyone in there? It does look as if there is someone sitting in the driver's seat of that one. But again, it does look as if they might have been told to wait until I'm finished doing what I'm doing, which is all well and good, but I'm hoping to be here until a food waste lorry comes. If not, I will have to just maybe try and grab hold of that gentleman that was on the gate again, and just see if I can. Oh, that front load has gone back in again, so he's obviously working and doing something in there. It's unfortunate that we're not going to be able to see very much in there. I mean, as I said earlier on, the only solution really that I can see is that they will dump on the ground, and then a front loader will come in and pick it up off the ground and put it into a wagon of some kind. that at the moment there doesn't appear to be that much going on anywhere here. What's in that lorry that we can... Is there anything in that? No, that lorry looks empty at the moment. Yeah, that lorry is empty at the moment. Yeah, see, there's another front loader there parked up. That doesn't appear to be doing very much. At the moment, there doesn't appear to be a huge amount going on. And as we can see from there, that is still just sitting there. Now, I think there is a very real possibility that they've been told to stay there until I finish what I'm doing. Oh, excuse me. My chest still isn't great from, I did the incinerator the other day and I wasn't feeling particularly well then. And my chest was a whole lot worse after I did the incinerator, which is why I've not been around for a few days. As well as the weather not being particularly good for droning. I don't want to lose my drone in the wind. So I've had to pick the days that I know that are going to be okay. And today is the first time that I actually feel okay and the wind is okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I will pause this for a minute until I see a bit more movement, and if I do see a bit more movement, then I will obviously restart again and off we go. But it's a bit strange to me. I mean, there's 4 lorries there that are all waiting to go in. And oh well, I mean, as you can see on the body cam, they're all just sitting there waiting. And I'm not sure why, because I mean the driver is definitely in the cab there. Look. So I can only assume that it's because I'm here. But I mean, the only thing that's actually doing anything at the moment is the household recycling centre, which is there. I've just had a lorry pass me now going out. I didn't actually see where he came from because I was looking at the household recycling centre. But we shall pull back a little bit. I'm wondering why they've stopped anything from moving here. I don't understand how a drone in the air is enough to grind the place to a halt, really. It's such a shame that I can't get any lower because I can't keep line of sight on the drone if I go any lower than this. I mean, the drone is small enough now, so I daren't take it any lower than this, because I just won't be able to see it. And obviously I have to be able to see the drone. That's one of the drone laws, is that you have to be able to keep visual sight on your drone. Aha! There is finally there is a lorry moving. And it's heading in. Oh no, it looks like he might have just stopped there. I'm not sure why he's just stopped there. It looks like the driver might still be in there. But I'm not sure. I was hoping that they were all going to whirl into action then, and they were just waiting for a different lorry to come out before they went in. But yeah, at the moment there's not a huge amount. Not a huge amount going on. I might have to get my drone back in a minute because my battery's only at 23%. So what I might do is bring the drone back and change the battery, and then send it back over again in 5 minutes time when they think that it's down and done with. I will follow this lorry here. I can't actually see what it says on there.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Right, yeah.
Return to
I'm going to have to return to home because I've got a low battery. But I think I will change it, and I may well get it back up again when it comes back home. But at the moment, it's yes, I know, I'm coming home now. Stop beeping at me. I am going to change the battery, and I will put it back up again. Now, they're probably assuming that that's my drone shot done. So it may well be that they're all going to whirl back into action again now. But I don't know, we'll see. Well, the lorries have started to move again. So it looks as if they're assuming I'm finished, which is always dangerous. Oh, that's not a fully charged battery, that's interesting. But still, we will get it back up again. Right, unable to take off. That's because the GPS take off with caution, no GPS.
Home point updated.
Right, takeoff is permitted.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
And here we go again. Right, well, I think that lorry is that one there that went in earlier on. But what I will do is spin it back around here. That looks like a car. I didn't think cars were supposed to be around there, unless it could be an environmental agency car, to be fair. But yeah, so there is a car now going in there. I will pull back out slightly again so that I've got so that I can keep an eye on both buildings there. Alright, it looks like he might be reversing into the back of there now. Yep, he's gone in there. So I wonder which building it is. I do wonder which building it is. Alright, there's a big lorry coming out of there at the minute. Is that an R&R lorry? It looks like it might be an RR. Yeah, that is an RR lorry. It's reversing back out of there. So I wonder if that's the food waste lorries. I wonder whether they use the RR transport as the food waste lorries. I mean, I'm assuming that they also do the plastic and the cardboard here as well. So it could be cardboard or plastic in there, I suppose. But yeah, that's the that's now going to be leaving. I mean, it looks as if they might have the next R&R one there ready to go in and load up as soon as it's ready to go. Yes, I think they are being held because there's a gentleman there that's just looked over at me shaking his head. So I think it could possibly be me that's holding everything up. Although I'm not sure why I would be holding anything up. If they've got nothing to hide, I'm not entirely sure why they wouldn't continue. Not that I'm saying that they have got something to hide. But it's strange to me that they would stop me from that they would stop them from any movement whilst I was over the yard. I'm 54 metres up, so it's not as if there's going to be a problem with me flying too close to the wagons. There is two gentlemen down there, look, they're the ones that eyeballed me a second ago. I'm not sure whether it's a standard procedure for them to wait this amount of time. It may well be standard procedure for them to wait this amount of time, but it's quite a alright, we've got the front loader moving again now, look. I wonder if he's headed back into where the food waste is now, because they've obviously had that little van that went in there is presumably unloaded or unloading. which may well suggest why he's just gone over there again. Yeah, he's going back in there again now, look, to presumably pick up a little bit more waste. It's not a huge hive of activity here really, due to the I'll get out of the way a minute because there's a big lorry coming and he might need the room to swing around, so I'll get out of his way a minute. R36. There's absolutely no clues there at all as to what he's carrying, but he's definitely heavy. He is definitely heavy. Wheel spinning as he's going up the little bit of the roadway there. So yeah, this is basically going to be Connon Bridge then. I don't think I'm going to get a huge amount of activity whilst I'm here. It certainly looks as if they've put a stop on everything. Which is, oh no, we're moving again. Let's see where that little lorry's going to go then. Ah, right, okay, that's a weighbridge. I've just figured out that's the weighbridge. So what they'll do is they'll take the weight full, and then they'll swing round and they'll go and dump. And then I'm assuming that they will go back onto the weighbridge again on the way back out, so that they know what weight has been put into the... Oh yeah, that little lorry's coming back out again now, look. Or little lorry, van I should say. Alright, and there's that little one there with... Can we see what's in the back of that? That just looks like general waste to me. So where's he going now with that general waste then? I wonder where he's going with that general waste. Let's see if I can see where he goes. What's he doing with that there then? Really? He just turned around. And now he's headed back towards the... I would have thought there would have been a big enough turning circle there for them to be able to get around there without having to go all the way down there and do that. But that to me does not look like food waste. That to me just looks like general waste, but I mean it might not be, I suppose. But anyway, I'm going to have to try and get this all in one shot for them. So let's try and take it up a little bit. And fact, what I might do is bring it back over my head and take it from the other side. So yeah, what I'm going to try and do is get the 360-degree picture for Google Maps. I'll take it right up to 120 meters.
Max altitude reached.
Right, there we go, we're at max altitude. So yeah, that, everybody, was Connon Bridge. I saw absolutely no sign of food waste anywhere, so they're obviously keeping it all in under one section and keeping it all in under cover. But yeah, that I think is going to be the video for the day. Which is unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen some of the bigger lorries coming in and out and dumping the waste. But it looks as if there's been a bit of a shutdown on the old wagons. They've just been told to stay there and wait, presumably for me to disappear. But yeah, that as it stands is Connon Bridge. I'm hoping to get up to Holsworthy, up to the Aeration digestion plant, which is where they turn all of the food waste into energy and fertiliser. So yeah, hopefully I should be able to get up there within the next few days. Just a final quick one. If you're liking the content that I'm putting out, then please do like and subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the videos, and you know, put some comments in, come in and have a chat. I will always try to answer any comments that are left. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.